up? It's Andy with Soblue Productions. Glad to be back as always. Got the final 9 of the Downtown Throwdown 2018. Here with T. Holley.
What up, boys? Hashtag Sugar Shack.
You know that's right. All about some Sugar Shack.
Yes, sir.
We got the standings here. Taylor, Holley, Joey, Lutz bringing it up with 18 down. Got some 14s and a 13 here on lead card. Let's just get right to it with hole number 10.
Yeah, hole number 10, 267 feet, par 3, throwing across the parking lot. If you're trying to throw a big hyzer, you might have to worry about the power lines in the tree here on the right. But a pretty straightforward hole. You just don't want to get stymied early, and you don't want to go off the back edge. So there is a creek along to avoid, but pretty straightforward hole.
Yeah, for sure.
For some crazy reason, decided to go ginormous hyzer here. Still left me about 25 out, but just
pretty fair green.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. I mean, it's flat ground, so as long as you throw a disc, obviously he's comfortable with that one. So, but if you land on the green somewhere, you're not going to be in much trouble.
Been hanging out there with me a little short, a little right, but again, like you said, I mean, everything kind of on that green surface is about 35 and in, so nothing too tragic here.
Jeb getting
wow,
high and tight there.
Yeah.
Not time for a haircut. Gonna look for an outside shot. And was the parking lot OB here?
It was not. I
Okay.
believe it was in place.
It would have been
just kind of straightforward hole, but
would have been very fortunate.
Quite fortunate.
But good upshot there.
Go grab a lottery ticket. Fortunate. Yeah, I don't.
Just a little low.
Low, man. I don't just coming out low, and I probably my eyes not right. You can, that describes it all. So
yeah,
just whining like a baby back there, but we'll move on and not worry about it. Ben stepping up for his 12-foot birdie look. Ooh, caught a second look there.
Yeah.
Like a good look. Ugh, can't even talk, Andy. Golly, I was going to say like a good-looking babe. You catch a second look, but it just didn't quite roll off the tongue. So
you're just still pouting.
Okay, exactly.
Good putt there from Brad.
Very nice from Brad. Good bird. Jeb for his touch-up par here.
And this back nine actually plays like a completely different course. Like it's a whole different style. Front nine, you had a bunch of short, basically up shots off the tee. That's what it seemed like. And this back nine kind of opens up some tight lines you got to hit, a bunch of different little angles. So yeah, it should be interesting.
A little more distance back here too, as you'll see on a few of the upcoming holes. Completely agree. So go ahead, Eddie.
Here we got hole 11, 383 feet. This might be playing...
I think toughest hole in the day, I think, for sure.
Yeah, so Brad's leading us off here.
Brad got a little slip on the tee box there, but I think he's going to get lucky to come in.
Yeah, and you'll see a lot of players are going to go early left because there's a fence about basket high. If you come off the road and hit that fence, you're just sticking out of bounds. So that is not what you want to do there. That's a good-looking shot.
Yeah, Joey going to come in just in front of that fence. If he pushes that 5 more feet, he's stymied on the fence and unfortunately OB. So you're absolutely correct. It was 383. I think for this open card is definitely a distance that these guys can throw. But again, like that right there is the problem. If you don't get the full 83, if you chunk off 360, that unfortunately is what happened to you. Luckily for Ben there, he jumped up on the fence, so he technically was inbounds at that point. So he's going to get a drop by the basket. And I got a little scared after that and went real big hyzer, going to come in way short and get a huge flare.
It looks like if you had landed just a little shorter, catch the grass.
Yeah, or
maybe
the playground or anything would have been nice.
Yeah. Jeb throwing a good-looking shot.
Yep.
Oh.
And also, just 2 feet too long. Catching that fence line there, so real unfortunate. Brad making the nice play, coming in early here, going to leave himself a swing set shot, and he swung on that set nicely.
He did. Good little run.
I unfortunately went OB. Had a ginormous skip all the way across this fairway and down, and almost rolled into the creek, but there was an OB line down there. So that was for a 3. I'll be taking a bogey here. So Ben taking his meter in there. Great usage of
that was a little hot putt
of the rules, yeah, and saving the 3. So big sigh of relief and a nice grin.
Yeah,
from BP himself.
Great 3.
And in
Jeb
honor of Ben Page, Jeb gonna follow suit there.
Yep.
So great job from those guys taking the 3. That'll be a good score on the day on this hole. So and Joey having a chance for one of the rare 2s.
Yeah, for sure. That was a great drive.
Yeah, it was absolutely. So you'll see the rest of this card round out. Joey will definitely tap in for his. I better watch the cart there. I thought it might go rolling back down the hill.
I was just noticing that. It looked like he got stopped by the tree.
Man. And unfortunately, me with the 4. So dropping 2 strokes on the leading 2 holes. Definitely going to tighten up this group, as you'll see here after Joey taps out. Going to really make these last 7 interesting. So.
Yeah, there you go. So Joey's taking the 19 under with the 3 there. Just pretty good par still. Great saves by Ben and Jeb.
For sure. Another lengthier hole in respects to this course, hole 12 at 322 feet. OB all the way down the right side. You're going to see some more hyzer shots like you saw in the last hole. This is going to be a little more open than the last one as far as the entrance after you throw a hyzer here.
I got on top of that. God dang.
But
Just a little early.
yeah, just a little early there. So gonna have some work left to do. Joey on a little early line, but still getting down the fairway, eating up with the grass.
Is the play here skip off the road, or is it just high hazard?
I don't know. I think it's to be like Ben right here, really aggressive. You just got to trust the shot off the road and get the flare. Been a little long, but I still think that's the right play.
Yeah.
It's tough. Again, you got to go OB the entire way to pull the right shot off. But oh no.
I guess that's a good example. I mean, just commit outside.
Yeah.
Because even if you don't, there's 3 poles, a couple power lines in the way.
Yeah.
That's a good looking throw.
Yeah, and that one, that's
Great
good. Yeah. So again, you just got to commit over that road and go after it.
Pretty good recovery there. Didn't have a whole lot because those power lines, so once you hit that first one, it's hard to swing it out wide after that point.
Yeah, and I think you can definitely tell, Andy,
Brad had some bad luck here so far.
for sure. With the backside of this course opening up, it definitely is a change of pace for a lot of the players here. So it's, I think a normal 322 hyzer for these guys is a pretty comfortable shot. But when you've been throwing, great putt from Ben, by the way, when you've been throwing 180 and 190 and 200 all day, 322 all of a sudden becomes something you hadn't pulled out of the bag all day in a little different motion. So you see guys like Joey, I would feel like normally 322 is nothing, coming up 35 short. And it's just that edge off that putt. So definitely made things interesting, the backside of the course and the change of distance here.
Whew. Solid
Just
putt.
hanging on. Yeah, especially after leaving the last one short. He's just wiping the sweat off my brow there. So Brad, unfortunately, going to be chasing the 3 here after a backside of the tree. And leaving that just short.
Let's see if Jeb can put this one in safe. He does.
Boy, could never count Brad out for good entertainment. Tell you what. That's all I got to say about that. I mean, there's just Joey tapping in. So, decent hole for the crowd. Ben and myself picking up deuces, so getting the lead back to 1. Unfortunately, Brad taking an errant bogey there.
Here we go. Hole 13, 322 feet. I believe this distance felt a little weird to everybody.
Yeah, we had a large discussion on the T-pad about it, and this is no wrongful doing by anybody. I just think the distance was off. I think we all agreed it was more about a 255 to 270 foot shot, somewhere in that range. I'm not quite sure. Maybe the basket got moved the day of, and the sign didn't get changed, but nonetheless, I think 260-ish was probably about the right play. So you'll see most of these guys throwing mid-ranges, some type of, maybe even a putter.
What'd you go with there?
It was one of those where I was like, okay, 240, 250, I'm throwing a gator. And then in the back of my mind at the last minute, I was like, well, maybe more like 260, 270. And I probably should have pulled out something a little faster. And I just tried to throw my gator too hard and snapped it over into a tree. So Joey throwing an A2 there. Again, kind of a mid-range. Jeb looks to be throwing a fairway driver, but got way too high left on it. So again, I think just the distance with everybody not quite knowing exactly what it was a factor here, but Ben threw a great shot. Brad going to throw an incredible shot here, chasing the whole way. Look at him. Oof. He was tracking it, boy.
That one looked good.
It was good. Yeah, I think if we looked at it later, maybe just missed outside the change by, a foot, if that, and then chased behind the basket. So
Definitely gets your hair standing up for a second.
I wanted that. I needed it bad. I was chasing a stroke here, needed some kind of momentum, didn't throw a great tee shot, and really needed that to go down. But
Good run, for real. Jeb, coming off his drive, he's actually had not a terrible run there. He gave it enough, so not too bad. But had a couple drives on his back nine already that kind of got away from him.
Yeah,
had the backhand on hole 10 and
right.
then that one there. So maybe just going through a little moment. I'm sure he can get. Oh, great putt.
Great putt from Brad. Good birdie, especially after making the ace run. The worst thing you want to do is not pick up your birdie after making an ace run. So
huge answer after last hole too.
Absolutely, way to stay focused. And there's Joey knocking another one down and taking another stroke back.
I tell you what, dude, his putting has been.
I think just the chain out on the last hole was really the only flaw, and it was still a good putt. Just kind of didn't quite catch enough chain to stay in there. So, and Ben with a great tee shot here. Should have easy work left of this hole. So, I mean, overall, again, with the distance, being a little off, good play by the card in general. Some great birdies for sure. So, there you got it. Joey back to that 2-stroke lead. Ben creeping up.
He sure is.
Just a stroke off. So.
All right, so we got hole 14, 229 feet of the par 3. Basic little shot here, kind of steadily uphill, slowly. So you don't really want to throw something to turn over and cut roll, but pretty simple shot.
Ooh.
Great looking run there.
Yeah, pretty straightforward hole. Like you said, just the biggest thing is keeping your shot low. Joey going to throw that same, I believe that's an A2. I could be wrong, but whatever that is. Same, you can tell it's definitely his comfort disc for his forehand. Same one he threw last hole. Oh, wow. Brad you could tell, a little grip lock at the last minute there, tried to put a little extra oomph on it and hung on to it a little long. So. Yep. Just behind it, trying to
It's
give
a
it a
great
little
tee
run.
shot.
Yeah, trying to give it a little run. Like I said, it's pretty. Straightforward. If forehand's your comfort, it was a pretty easy hole. And yeah, Jeb's just something in the last 4 or 5 holes is just not quite where it was in the front nine. Just a little off there. So maybe we can see him just kind of grind it out right here and then pull something together towards the end of this. And Brad with another pretty good run. From distance.
I think he didn't like it out of the hand, but not a bad shot.
Ooh.
Little wind check. I
have no idea. I don't. To this day, I have no idea that. Oh man, that putt. I don't know how many putts I've ever thrown like that in my life, but it was just an absolute shank, and that's all you can say about it. I don't know. So unfortunate, and then to come back a little short and kind of take a 4.
Yeah, you definitely left yourself something that you just don't want to be left with. That uphill,
A big pile of garbage.
40 footer.
A big pile of garbage. Oh man, yeah. That I don't know. Still baffled by it, but it is what it is at this point. So.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, at this point, were you aware? I mean, 2 strokes separating you and Joey. So.
Yeah, and then now we just moved to 4. So, it was one of those holes that's pretty defeating for myself to take a 20-foot putt, a decent tee shot, and then do that with it and come away with a 4 is pretty awful. So, definitely a turning point in my round. I think that also allowed Ben to take second place from me as well. And unfortunately, Jeb not able to capitalize on his par putt. Brad was able to capitalize and save his par after kind of an errant tee shot. So, what you got to do out here when you just can't take 4s on this course? I mean, you got to. If you do miss putts, it's okay. You can afford it. Oh,
Good
there
little
it
catch
is.
there.
Nice. Jeb,
Maybe gonna catch
still trying to have a good attitude.
reverse slow-mo of the mini catch.
Here it is.
Oh,
Oh, nice. Just
Looks like
laying it
Did it
down.
on purpose there.
That was great. Moving on to hole 15. Probably the silliest hole on the course, maybe toughest hole, second toughest hole
I
on
think
the
it's playing
course.
second toughest, probably.
Only 289 feet, but you'll see after this card tees off here, the landing zone here with the headwind was extremely tight. Definitely needed to have played this hole probably multiple times to get comfortable. Joey going to take a super aggressive line here.
Honestly, that looks pretty good off the tee.
From the tee, yeah. Unfortunately, spoiler alert, gonna be out of bounds.
And that's not looking bad either, but just
Spoiler alert again, gonna be out of bounds. And not to ruin it for you viewers, you're gonna see a theme here coming up real soon. Spoiler alert, out of bounds. So, it just, I don't. Again,
this is not another spoiler alert, is it?
Well, I don't quite remember. I
What
don't
had
remember
happened?
if Jeb's did he go out of bounds? I don't remember. We're gonna find out.
Time will tell.
I know this is the inbound shot that we're looking at on this card. And if there's not a pipe there, that's out of bounds as well. Oh,
I thought
man.
I was thinking he did go out of bounds there.
Might have. Don't quote me. I
So this is for your-
lost
this
count
is
of
for your
strokes on this
3
hole.
here.
Yeah, and this is the second worst shot I threw all day.
Oh man!
And could it not have just flipped off the post?
And you were already had a disc in your hand by the time I got back
I
to
didn't
you.
even move.
Man.
So irritated with the shot.
So that never touched in bounds.
No, never. I mean, it did for the whole foot out of the meter I was off the
Right.
line, but with the same meter I would have taken back. So, so then Joey taking his meter in, and as you can see, guys, the meter is inside of this pipe here. So you're right, Ben was out of bounds up there.
Yeah, because there's actually a rope there.
Right,
So.
which is just unbelievably silly. Yeah, Ben putting for a 4 here.
Yeah.
Golly. Whew, what a hole.
Yeah, you can see
Yeah.
there he was not
Jeb putting for a 3.
not happy about that one.
Wowzers. Wowzers, wowzers. Yeah, in the words of Chris Berman.
So he was indeed out of bounds.
Doink.
Brad here for 4 save. That was a solid putt. That's
That's
deathish.
gutsy, yeah. Death-ish.
Is the line extended past the basket?
Oh,
then?
yeah.
It's-
All the way down
there is no ish to that. That is just
It
a
is
death.
a death putt, yeah.
It's a very solid putt.
You will see a lot of defeated looks when we walk off this hole. And it's unfortunate because had I known kind of what I was walking into, I definitely could have gained some strokes back had I thrown the right tee shot. But
Wow.
took a 6 there. I mean, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 over par as a collective group on the hole. So really unfortunate.
Well, moving along, erase that one from memory.
Yeah.
Got 295 feet here, par 3. OB stretching to the left side and back side of the parking lot here. Pretty simple shot as long as you get it to hyzer out or turnover if you're throwing a backhand. Good shot there from Joey though. That's
Literally landed in a pothole. You'll see his spot a little later. But it was kind of funny. But yeah, you'll see some
nifty shot there.
Some good pro guys here erasing the last hole, not letting it get to them, and moving on, making some quality shots here on a hole that you need to capitalize on. So
yeah, and one thing to point out, the guys on chase card, I believe, were not that far off from lead card anyway.
Correct.
So that's always in the back of your mind. You know, somebody could be tearing it up. There's no reason to give anything up, so you just got to keep pushing on.
absolutely.
Ben
Oh, wow.
actually getting a huge
I don't
building
know. Yeah.
kick.
That's crazy. I thought he was definitely around the building, but was not. So after back-to-back, really not great holes here. Luckily, was able to trust a disc and have that curl in for just inside of 10 feet.
Yeah,
so.
good shot. You can tell it's bright out there. The sun was beaming.
Oh yeah, you can see everybody's skin complexion starting to turn a little red too. Wow. And this kind of pretty much sealed the deal. I know there's a couple holes left here, but I think that gave Joey close to a 4-stroke lead at this point. So solid. I mean, he just putted so well on the back nine, threw some quality shots, and obviously nobody else was able to capitalize the few times he did make a mistake. So Ben getting his tap out of the way. Man, I got to get a cart, dude. These guys.
Look at him, looking like his back just
I
feels
know,
great.
Right? I'm telling you, dude. That's what I'm going to blame it on. Blame my bad play on my back. I got to get a cart. almost,
Nice
almost had a little baby kick there.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say that felt good to come back from a 6 and yeah,
What you got going on there?
I don't, man. I caught this stinger in my knee, man. I don't know what happened. It only lasted the walk across the parking lot and it was gone. But I would say it felt good to have a birdie after the last hole, but the 6 was still in the back of my mind, so it did not. But there you go. And Joey's got a 5-stroke lead at this point. Sorry, I was wrong. So Joey definitely taking it away here, barring a disaster. Kind of put this one in the books.
Yeah, here you go, hole 17. Bringing it to the end here, 244 feet. This hole, pretty simple short hyzer. Chance for some skip rollaways.
Shout out to the Sugar Shack.
There's the Sugar Shack. The hashtag coming through.
That's it. Unlike my play on this back nine. So.
I'll refrain from comment.
Yeah, thanks, appreciate it. But yeah, no OBs here. Dead aim. You know, it's just a simple 244 hyzer shot. Shouldn't be anything complicated. Get in your comfort zone. Find the right disc. It's a great looking shot from Brad there. Just getting up on that grass, and that is beautiful.
That is beautiful.
B-E-A, beautiful.
Jeb going for the teardrop.
Raindrop. Oof, beautiful
Good shot.
Glad to see Jeb getting back on track
Yeah.
for sure.
I'll tell you what, man, the Sugar Shack was slammed all day.
Yeah. Tell you what, that was some delish ice cream.
D-E-licious?
Delicious, there you go. And that was a not delicious tee shot.
Not your best.
Not my best. Probably not my worst. I think my second shot on the hole before, or a lot worse, but yeah.
Ben turning a little over on the par 2 disc there.
Ooh. And I had some backside work left to do.
He was inbounds, so
Yeah, I don't think there was any OB on this hole, unless it was way, way off. And at this point, Ben knows he's fighting for position here, not for the win, you know, but for position. So, you know, he was really wanting that putt. Same thing here with me. I mean, we know we're all right in that battle for second, third place. You know what I
Right.
mean? So every stroke matters here. So you're really trying to dial something in coming down the stretch. And just another putt left low, you know? So. Joey just taking it home, man.
He caught the zone after hole 1. I think you mentioned that in front nine,
Yeah.
and
Never look back.
never stepped out of it. So, and yeah, Jeb. I mean, he didn't play bad. He just had some mishaps on his back nine.
Yep.
Lit it up in the front. So
And you could tell. I mean, even like I was talking about something as small as that. You saw him with a 6 foot putt. It was a little right, and you saw him a little frustrated. You can tell just something in there is, kind of mentally
yeah,
playing what's going on, but made the birdie nonetheless. So, and Brad has just never know what's going on there. So great birdie though.
yeah, great bird. Drop in.
Yep. We're gonna take us to hole 18. It's a 166 foot par 3. As you can see, it's a island hole. Pretty big island
One
hole.
of the larger islands
that I've ever seen, especially at 166. So you're gonna see some ace runs here. Yeah, quite a few of them I would think.
Do we need a medal counter?
Ooh, one.
1.
I think this is gonna be an anything you can do, I can do better hole. So everybody's gonna try to get right inside of Joey. Come out a little early from Jeb.
That wasn't close to the line, was it?
Elected to throw the rare backhanded putter shot for me. What line? The OB line?
So it's further down.
Oh, it's
way
all
down.
all the thick stuff. Yeah, it's a ginormous.
Ben with the forehand.
Yeah, and the hyzer spike forehand.
Good shot.
I'm sorry, I was about to run after it. I was about to pick Ben up.
Good collection of shots. I mean,
It's a hole that if you missed the birdie, you
There you go.
probably felt as bad as you did all day for missing a birdie. I'm not gonna lie. Look, woo, yes. I was so happy to be done with this back nine. I just was highly frustrated.
there's a solid putt.
It was. Great for Jeb to finish 2-2.
Yeah.
So good work for him there. Being looking to finish with the bird as well. Very nice.
Could this possibly be a star birdie
Oh
for the
my
lead card?
goodness. On a 166 foot hole. Hulk smash now. I will admit, it was a fun card. Great group of guys.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody had a good time. So what's kind of cool about this tournament is I feel like it's tough to have a bad time unless you're just not taking any birdies whatsoever. Trying to just ignore the fact of what Brad's doing on camera. But
Great round there, buddy.
yeah, good sportsmanship from everyone. Solid card. There you see it, couple 17 downs. Joey taking the lead and the win at 23. Unfortunately, I dropped all the way down to 5th place after that. So there you have it.
Yeah. So pretty convincing fashion,
Absolutely.
as you mentioned. So big shout out to Joey Lutz. Huge play. There you see Darren coming up from chase card, almost taking sole 2nd place. But as always, thank you guys for watching. Rocket City Blast coming out soon. Be sure to tune into that.
Hey guys, check us out on Instagram. Click and subscribe on YouTube. Peace.